So we have some Black Opal makeup. I didn't get a highlighting effect. I was like, this is not how we're going into 2020. Like, I need some highlight. That is a hell of a long time. Kudos to them. That is an accomplishment. It really, really is. Hello, my doves. Welcome back to Afrodite by Olympia. Today's video is going to be a full face of Black Opal cosmetics. I have been holding on to these products for about 6 months now. So this video is 6 months in the making? No, not really. I've had the products for a long time and I wanted to do a full face of Black Opal last year because I know they had their 25th anniversary. I'm like 6 months past that, I think. Anyway, I wanted to do a video of Black Opal makeup for you guys, and I am currently wearing a lot of their products on my face currently, except for the eyes. I will explain that later on in the video. But if you want to see how some of these Black Opal products work on my complexion, I suggest you keep watching.
From the top, drop that, yeah, feel the funk, y'all, yeah, and lay back in the cut. What's up, what's up?
Hello, my doves, welcome back to Afrodite by Olympia. My name's Olympia and I do videos here on YouTube about beauty and makeup available in Australia for deeper skin tones. So we have some Black Opal makeup. Let's get into it. Before we do though, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Listen, I have to say it, like, go ahead and subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's completely fine. All good. Okay, let's get into this. Oh, actually first, let me just reapply. Ooh, yes. I love this. This is Brick Dust, a lip tensity lipstick by M.A.C, and I live for it. One of the only few shades I can use of this color without a liner. Yes, because dark girls have to use liner almost every single time. But this is nice. This is like a pink version of a nude for me. Not quite nude, but it's nice. I like it. You guys, Black Opal have been around for 25 years. That is a hell of a long time. Kudos to them. That is an accomplishment. It really, really is. For them to be around that long, constantly reinventing themselves. They recently, in 2019, I believe, rebranded. They came out with a whole, like, same products, same formula, as far as I'm aware, but different packaging. So I was a bit like late. I bought items just before the rebrand because I heard that they were, you know, rebranding. They were celebrating 25 years and I went to my local chemist here in Townsville and picked up a whole heap of Black Opal items. I got everything from a little place called Riverside Gardens Pharmacy here in Townsville, Queensland. They have their own like Black Opal display with like black models, and I am here for it. All these other big, you know, pharmacies like Priceline and Terry White, y'all need to get on the same level, okay? We need to see Black Opal in those places too, because it's such a strong like example of what deep skin makeup should be, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, rant over. So basically, yeah, Black Opal is available in 30 plus countries worldwide. And yeah, they've been reinventing themselves since, when was it? 1994. That's amazing. That's really amazing. One thing I will say is, though some people would say Black Opal is inclusive because it basically caters towards deep skin, I define inclusivity as everyone. Whether you have the palest of pale, sorry, my hair is hella itchy. Let's try that again. Whether you have the palest of pale skin to the deepest of darkest skin, that is what inclusivity is to me. It's not just, you know, brands like Black Opal who only cater to deep skin, which they, unfortunately, they do. So on my light skin viewers, I'm sorry, but a lot of these products you're not going to be able to use or get your hands on, because they don't come in your shade. Like, they really don't. Which normally it's the other way around. Can I just acknowledge the fact that normally it's I can't get it because it doesn't come in my skin tone. I'm sorry, I'm not the CEO of this company. It's not how I would do things, but at the same time, it's very, very interesting how it's very different in that respect. So I'm excited to try their products. Sneak peek, I am currently wearing some of these products. And actually, I've been wearing this for a while now, but I'm not gonna spoil it. You guys will head into the application process, and I will see you on the other end. All right, see you soon. Okay, guys, I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit closer. Oh, wrong way. Ooh, okay. I hope you guys can see everything. My lights are acting a bit funny. I did order some new lights and I'm waiting anxiously for them to arrive. So if I look a little like dark and weird, I'm really sorry. The lights that I've got currently, I think they're like slowly dying. I've had them for years. So the fact that they've lasted this long without me having to change the bulb is miraculous. But yeah, I feel like it's a little bit dark. I tried increasing the aperture, the ISO on the camera, but it just kind of washes everything out. So I'm just gonna try and fix the lighting in post-production. Anyway, let's get into this. Black Opal Cosmetics are a company. Okay guys, we're gonna start off with the brows. That's what I normally start off with. Do I have brow products? Oh shoot, I do not have any brow products from I thought I had some brow. I have these pencils and I thought one of these was a brow product, but they're lip liners and an eyeliner. So I'm gonna just go ahead and quickly do a brow. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry guys. I thought there was a brow product in this lot. There was not. I ended up using the M.A.C eye primer styler. Crayon in the shade Stud. That's what I've got on my eyes. It's a bit of like an ashy brown black. Yeah, so let's keep going. I'm going to do base first because I'm a base first kind of girl. But I do have the True Color Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation. But this is in the shade Carob. Yeah, I'm going to be really interesting to see what this is going to do. I'm going to do a sponge on one side and a brush on the other, but I will kind of perfect the face with a sponge like I normally do. This is the shade Carob. Ooh, very liquidy. I'm just gonna dot it on my face to begin with. We're gonna go in with a brush first. This is the Black Canvas Cosmetics brush. I have no idea where I got this brush. I think I got it like free on purchase maybe. I just don't know where. I do apologize. I will try and find it one of these days. That's kind of cute. Now, I'm not really doing a wear test. I will, however, come back at the end of the day and let you know how these products kind of wore. So, medium coverage. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. There are 12 shades available. Unfortunately, nothing for really light skin tones. It is only deep skin, which is interesting. I don't think I've come across a brand that's just deep skin. So it's not inclusive, in my opinion, because it doesn't include lighter skin shades, skin tones, even medium skin tones. It seems to be all within the dark category. I'll put up on the screen here a little screen grab of the Black Opal website, which is basically what I'm looking at on the phone, on my phone currently. Yeah, it's really interesting how there's not that many shades. So as you can see there, it's a true to tone match, shade match, skin mattifying formula, light to medium coverage for all skin types, free of oil, fragrance and parabens. Formulated with shea butter to help soothe and hydrate the skin. Available in 12 shades. I like how it's got shea butter in it. I love shea butter. I usually use shea butter in my moisturizer that I create. Well, my sister created it and then I stole the recipe from my sister. So, sis, I'm gonna give you your credit. But shea butter is beautiful. I use it in my hair. So it's interesting that this has shea butter in it. Alright, let's do the other side. I think I've only used one pump on my little palette here, and I have this much left. So I might use that little bit to go over areas that I want to get more coverage from. So going in with the sponge, this is a Sonia Kushak sponge. Does that not look, it looks red, doesn't it? So it's not really the right shade for me. Not my shade, but can still use category. I need to like declutter my foundations because honestly there's like, cause I buy multiple shades to try because a lot of times foundation isn't something that I can go in store and try out and only pick one. They're only available online. What's this place called? Priceline is notorious for that, for deep skin complexion products here in Australia. They advertise on their website that they have heaps and heaps of shades. You go in store to try them and they're not on the shelves. So Terry White's the same. So I find that I have to basically buy more than one to find my shade. It's definitely too dark and it's too red. Just a little heads up there. If you are my complexion, I'll pop up on the screen for you guys what my foundation shades are, and just for you guys to use as a comparison. So if you're any of those shades, it's most likely that you are of a similar shade and undertone to me. But I find with deep skin, you can get away with, you know, with the foundation not being perfect. It's not bad. Okay, I have gone over with a sponge while I was chatting, just kind of everywhere, just to perfect and smooth. So I'm kind of happy with the amount of product on my face. I feel like I can feel it on my face, but then I can't. I don't know. I don't know if it's just like it's drying down and it's still, it doesn't feel heavy or anything, but I can feel it a little bit. I'm not sure. Okay, so Black Opal have 3 types of concealers on their website. They have the Total Coverage Face and Body Concealer, which is what I've got here. However, they do have new packaging. So this one is truly Topaz. And I've also got the shade Nutmeg. This retails for $9.25. There are 7 shades available. And a little bit about this concealer before I pop it on my face. So it's a maximum coverage matte finish for all skin types. It even is advertised for like covering up scars and tattoos. So I'm expecting it to be really, really full coverage. Sponge tip applicator for easy blending and available in 7 shades. There's the sponge tip applicator. I don't know how I feel about that. So the top one is truly Topaz and the bottom one is Nutmeg. This one seems to be like a better match for me. If it's not bright enough, I'll add a tiny bit of Topaz. So I'm gonna use Nutmeg. Oh, it's so thick. All right. I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but I have not been using too much concealer. I've just been putting like little dots, concentrated on the inner corner, because that's where I've got like the deepest amount of like under eye darkness. Then go to the outer corner, and then what is left on the brush, I tap on the middle because I want the least amount of product right underneath the eye. I just find that works for me. And then I want to conceal my nose mark, so I put a little bit there. Spots where I've got the most amount of darkness, which is just around my nostrils. Chin. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. bit on my forehead. Don't really do my nose often anymore because like these will kind of spread into that area anyway, but this is the Morphe E48 brush. I like to use this to blend out the concealer. Okay, didn't really do much. I think this is gonna work a lot better with a sponge. I think that shade was not quite right, so I'm actually gonna go in with Truly Topaz and try that instead. I think this one's just a bit too close to my actual face. I mean, I can see a tiny bit of highlighting, but not a lot. All right, let's try this first. Okay, that's better. So 2 layers is a lot for me. That's not half bad actually. It's nice. I'm not hating it. I'm definitely not hating it. So I've got 2 shades in the Soft Velvet Finishing Powder. So here's the packaging. I did swatch the powders for you. Top one is deep, bottom one is dark. So this is dark 600, this is deep 700. As you can see, this one's probably gonna be too deep for my skin tone. Just try blending it in. Yeah, that one might be too dark. So these powders, which is the Soft Velvet Finishing Powder, retails for $9.25. So it's true to tone, shade match, airy, oil absorbing formula, sheer to light coverage, sets and perfects makeup for all skin types, available in 4 shades. So I do have medium in the old packaging, which has yellow orange undertones. I used to use this a lot and then I put it aside for this video. I kid you not, like maybe 6 months ago, and I haven't used it since. It's supposed to be sheer to light coverage, so it shouldn't change my concealer foundation all too much. So we're gonna go in with dark on the perimeter of my face first. Just wanted to see what it's actually like. I'm only using like the smallest amount, guys, like hardly any. And it instantly mattifies the skin. Like instantly. Okay. I'll quickly just swatch medium. So as you can see, very orange, yellow. That's what it looks like up and close and personal. It looks nice. I would say there's a bit thicker in texture than Laura Mercier, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I feel like it's a little bit heavier in terms of it being thicker, heavier. And it just wants to pick up a lot. You can't really control how much is getting onto your brush all that well. Whereas I find with Laura, you can control that pretty easily. Oh, the skin's actually looking really, really good. There's no setting sprays, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. I love this stuff for like depowdering foundation and powder and but I find that if it's too matte, this gives it a little bit of a glow, but it's never ever too much, especially if you've got oily combo skin. It's just the right amount. I'm gonna put bronzer on, highlight, all that kind of stuff, because I don't have anything of that from Black Opal, unfortunately. So, all right. So actually, I shouldn't have powdered. I was going to use one of these cream stick foundations. I've got the shade Black Walnut. You guys would have seen this on my channel before. I have used it. It's nothing new to me in terms of Black Opal products, but I already powdered. I don't want to put a cream product on top. So this, I already know how it works anyway. It's creamy, blends like a dream. It's an awesome contouring tool for deep skin, and I love it. When Fenty came out with her, what is it? Her sticks, her match sticks, trios, MAC sticks, I moved on to that and put this one away. But this is good too if you wanting to spend Fenty prices. How much does this cost? $9.95. These sticks, so highly recommend. They don't sell these quads anymore, guys. I wanted to do an eye look using these, but yeah, I didn't realize that they discontinued these. I'm really sorry. I'm glad I didn't put them on without like first checking. So yeah, this is going to be mostly a complexion video, but I'll come back. I'll come back with a finished look and we can have our discussion about what I feel about Black Opal. Okay, I'll be back soon. Okay, welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed the application process. I honestly, it's been hours since I filmed that part. I am kind of doing the intro and outro kind of together, so it's a bit weird for me right now, but I have written some notes down in terms of things that I've noticed throughout. So we're gonna talk about basically everything Black Opal that we've used, and what we didn't use. Well, what we didn't use, I'm really not going to talk about. But everything else, I have some opinions on them, so we're going to get into that right now. Okay, let's start off with the foundation. So we have the Black Opal True Color Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation, light to medium coverage. I like it. It's initially I was telling you guys that I could kind of feel it on the skin. That has since not even a thing. Like, I think after it dried down, I didn't feel it at all. My face feels quite lightweight. I would say that this foundation would be really, really good for like summer months, particularly like this time of year, if you're in Australia, this time of year, because it is quite light. I know I said I felt it on my face, but because it's such a thin formula, it does feel quite lightweight. The only thing I could compare it to would probably be the Australis Fresh and Flawless, but I think this one has way more wear than this one does, unfortunately. I'm gonna try it again. Okay. My bad, that scared the bejesus out of me. Ah! Well, okay, let's just throw everything on the floor. Anyway, as I was saying, at this foundation, it's good. I mean, I'll have to wear it a couple more times to give a definitive like answer, look out for this for my monthly review. I'm going to be doing a monthly kind of recap on all the products that I have featured on my channel for that month. Favorites and fails, something like that. Yeah, so look out for that because I would have worn it a couple more times by then. I'll try it again, give you guys an idea of how I go. So look out for that video. I think I've said that like 5 times at this point. So yeah, look out for that video. Wow. The Total Coverage Spot and Scar Concealer. I used both shades on my face. I went in with Nutmeg first and didn't get a highlighting effect. I was like, this is not how we're going into 2020. Like, I need some highlights. So I went into Truly Topaz. And this is the shade that I actually truly like. It was a perfect color. I can't comment on this whole sponge thing. I didn't use the sponge. I just squirted it onto my palette and then used it from the palette. So can't comment on that. Would I call it full coverage? Most definitely. I would say this is full coverage. I mean, I used 2 layers and it still looked really quite flawless. Didn't look cakey or anything like that. So that's really interesting. I like the concealer. I think if you're gonna try anything, it would be the concealer. So far anyway. So I had 3 powders. I ended up using only dark and medium. So medium I used under the eye. I've used this before. This was nothing new. I like the color of dark. It is too dark, unfortunately, for me to use under my eye. I did use it everywhere else and it did set the makeup really, really well. So, I mean, the powder is not as finely milled, in my opinion, as like Laura Mercier or even Pat McGrath and Anastasia Beverly Hills. They're my 3 favorite powders. If you had to ask me to choose, I would probably say Laura Mercier because I just know how it works, but I'm getting to know ABH's formula and Pat McGrath. I was blown out of the water when I used hers. But this is not about that. This is about the powders. But you know, when I review things, I do compare them to items that I really love. So in terms of that, I see myself using medium more than anything else, and dark, but not deep because deep is too deep. So yeah, and that is my review, guys. I don't really have anything else to say about Black Opal other than they are reaching for the dark skin girls. Their shades go pretty dark. I'm pretty impressed with Black Walnut, which is it's quite dark. So if you're an Australian and you're looking for foundation that is, you know, deeper than me, all those things, check out Black Opal. Just wanted to put them on the map in case you've never heard of them. They have been around. They know what they're doing. They target hyperpigmentation, oil control, the usual kind of dark girl skin problems. They target them. They were doing it before anybody else was, basically. So kudos to them. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up or comment down below if you've tried Black Opal, what your thoughts are, if you want to try it. Was there anything that was a standout to you? To me, the standout would probably have to be the concealer. I felt like it hasn't broken down. Oh, I forgot to mention before I go, I've had this on, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. I started filming at 11. I've had this on for 11 hours. This has been 11 hours. I've blotted twice because I've been filming other videos in between this one and that one and da-da. So yes, 11 hours I've had this on and she's not bad. I've blotted. I'm a little bit shiny here, but I think that's just my edge control that just doesn't want to stay controlled. Guys, it's doing my head in. Recommend me a good edge control down below. I would, like, seriously. I need to find one because it's getting a bit ridiculous. The one I normally use is just not doing it lately. I think because it's so humid here in Queensland, it's just not, it is not living up to its usual standard, I must admit. Anyway, that is the end of this video. I will see you beauties on the next one. Take care, my doves. I love you all. Bye.